Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. President Donald Trump has defended his record and touted what he called major achievements, despite sliding approval ratings. Speaking at a rapid pace in a rare evening address from the White House, Trump claimed the economy had turned around, announced a cash payment for service members, and promised action on housing, energy, and drug prices, offering few new policy details. Meanwhile, the White House has installed new plaques beneath photos of former US presidents on President Trump's so-called Presidential Walk of Fame, sharply criticizing several Democratic predecessors. The move breaks with tradition, turning a symbol of national unity into a platform for Trump's combative political messaging. Pakistan's Foreign Office has dismissed reports of an upcoming visit by Chief of Defence Forces Asim Munir to Washington. The spokesperson said there is no confirmed information regarding any visit by Chief of Defence Forces and Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir to Washington. Rejecting a Reuters report, the spokesperson said the claim was incorrect. He said there is no information about the planning or finalisation of any such visit, emphasising that the government officially announces all high-level visits through proper channels. Any confirmed development regarding official visits would be communicated transparently. European Union leaders are facing a critical decision on whether to use frozen Russian assets to support Ukraine. At a summit in Brussels, EU leaders will decide whether those assets should be used to lend billions of euros to Ukraine, aimed at keeping its war effort financially afloat. The European Union views Russia's war in Ukraine as a direct threat to its own security, and says continued financial support for Kyiv is essential. EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas said the bloc cannot afford to fail, adding that leaders would remain at the summit for as long as necessary to reach a decision. Russia says it is preparing for contacts with the United States on the situation in Ukraine. The Kremlin said the discussions would focus on obtaining details of US talks with European countries and Ukraine regarding a possible peace settlement. Media reports say US and Russian officials are expected to meet in Miami this weekend, with Russia's delegation said to include President Vladimir Putin's investment envoy, Kirill Dmitriev. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov confirmed that contacts with the United States are planned, but did not comment further on the reported venue or timing. The US Senate has voted overwhelmingly to advance a $901 billion bill setting policy for the Pentagon, sending the massive piece of legislation to the White House, which has said President Donald Trump will sign it into law. The 2026 National Defense Authorization Act authorizes a record $901 billion in annual military spending, with a 4% pay raise for the troops. It also authorizes reforms to the system for acquiring military equipment and includes efforts to boost competitiveness with US arch-rivals China and Russia. In a break with Trump, this year's NDAA includes several provisions to boost security in Europe. The United States has also approved $11.1 billion in arms sales to Taiwan, the largest ever US weapons package for the island, which is under increasing military pressure from China. The proposed arms sale covers 8 items, including HIMARS rocket systems, howitzers, Javelin anti-tank missiles, Altius loitering munition drones, and parts for other equipment. Taiwan's defense ministry said the United States continues to assist Taiwan in maintaining sufficient self-defense capabilities and in rapidly building strong deterrent power and leveraging asymmetric warfare advantages, which form the foundation for maintaining regional peace and stability. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has promised a crackdown on hate speech in the wake of an attack on a Jewish holiday event at Sydney's Bondi Beach, as the youngest of 15 victims was laid to rest. Albanese said the government will seek to introduce legislation that makes it easier to charge people promoting hate speech and violence. Penalties would be increased, cancelling or refusing visas would be made easier, and a regime for targeting organisations whose leaders engage in hate speech would be developed, he said. French, Saudi and US officials have met Lebanon's army chief in Paris to push forward a roadmap aimed at disarming Hezbollah. The talks were focused on documenting the Lebanese army's efforts and strengthening the ceasefire mechanism agreed after last year's Israel-Hezbollah fighting. And restorers in Rome are using laser technology to clean the column of Marcus Aurelius, stripping away decades of pollution from the nearly 1,840-year-old monument. Italy's largest laser cleaning project to date is revealing the original white Carrara marble and intricate battle scenes carved during the reign of the Roman emperor. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.